Sometimes your brakes break, then you gotta take a break from working on the brakes because nobody wants broke brakes. Warning, we're just having fun. If you take stuff too serious, this channel may not be for you, buddy. Man, oh man, here we go again, y'all. Last week, we hopped on our old Datsun here, and hey, we got a little bit done, as you can see. Boom, build the battery tray, all right. Add some dimple dies, have her looking nice. Of course, we got our brakes going on, all right. We had to build some brake lines up in here. We got our clutch master cylinder on. She's kind of hid there. The old hard line for it's hid too. We got her in. Of course, we got the old engine in, that 5-speed. She may got a little washing. Got that baby washed up all kinds of nice. We got a radiator in, the old eBay special, whatever she may be. All of our hard lines are ran back here. We even hit a damned old proportioning valve on the other side, just in case these rear brakes need a tuning. Speaking of rear brakes, we still need to rebuild them rear puppies. They are not done yet. But also last week, I realized we're gonna have a little more fabrication up in this frontal situation. We got the long tube express right there, and she just happens to aim right at our AR mount. Oh, yeah, that's a great place for that to end. So we need to do something about that. Also, I realized we're gonna have to put an alternator on this thing. Somewhere in this area, we're gonna have to fabricate something. Because I don't plan on putting that little Datsun factory alternator back on, guys. Those things will make like 4 amps. Hell, I could generate more amp draw than that. Start dragging my butt on the carpet like a dog with a dingleberry. I'll build up so much static electricity it'll produce more power, I guarantee it. They just don't make enough power, y'all. And we got some compressors to run. Somewhere up there, they pull some power building air pressure, so we gotta have a good alternator, so we need to figure that out. And lastly, but not leastly, we gotta see if the fan's gonna fit down in there or not. And if it does fit, we're probably gonna build a little shroud of some sort. If we build a shroud of some sort, we're probably gonna fancy her up a little bit. Maybe hit her with a little bead rolling and some dimple dies. Maybe make her match the old inner fenders is what I'm trying to say. If my words are stumbling, it's because my belly's rumbling and I got a date on the porcelain throne here in a little bit. Now, speaking of bead rolling, if you look at the bead roller right here, boy howdy. No, I ain't talking about the flowers it's growing. I'm talking about them stickers I'm showing. Looky there, baby. And they are exclusively available at the www.puddinsfabshop.com, okay? Where we also sell good looking hats and t-shirts. And we appreciate all the support on the merchandise, guys. Me and my family, we are going out of town this weekend, leaving Friday morning. So orders will go out slower in the next week. And I gotta get a lot done. So let's get going on the exhaust manifold here. Now I wish I had a better plan other than to just start cutting away here. But guys, that's pretty well the plan. I'm gonna try to do some pie cuts, okay? And hell, we're just gonna figure her out. Figure if we can swoop her up above that, then go back, then down, and then back. Maybe I'm not making sense here. Hell, let me show you. Here's our 4 cylinders. We'll mess around and find out right there. Look, there's our shining valve cover. Hit a little sparkle on her. Here's our header now. Looks just like it. There's our AR mount. She's solid as a rock. We're gonna somehow kind of try to do, yeah, that's basically what she's gonna end up looking like. Only if we're lucky. Pull off the polish jobber. No protection never hurt. You do not want to accidentally find that bolt you lost down in one of them after you start the engine. Don't ask me how I know that. Can't imagine why that SOB was backfiring. Woo! Well, look at me being extra cautious. Going the extra mile for this little Datsun. Get her on the old surgery table here. Long story short, we're gonna start way back up in here. I think that's kind of our center-ish. The engine leans, so there's some physics going on here. I think we're gonna come all the way up here and just slice a damn chunk out of this thing where we can start to manipulate it around. I don't really know what she needs. I know two things. I know this ain't my first header I've ever cut up before. Hell, I Zeta set. Sometimes long tubes ain't long enough. And I also know Mama didn't raise no punk and I ain't scared. So we're just gonna see what happens, guys. Some people's got long tubes, I've got the longest tubes. I'll fashion her out with a new cutoff wheel and we're gonna start slicing. Well, crap. You know what rhymes with crap? Big old gap. Little gap on that side, big gap on this side. Just playing, guys. Around here, gaps don't scare us. We weld them, okay? We show them who's boss. In fact, I just opened this side up a little better to match. We can work her now, and that's gonna be nowhere near close. I can already tell, so we're just gonna take more off. No need to even lie to myself, okay? I know we're not close there. So as she comes up now, we can actually take a little off of this side and get a little more out of her. Maybe something like that there-ish. Ish has some flex weight to her, okay? When you use the word ish. So give or take a few. We're basically trying to redirect the whole airflow of this engine, guys. By the time we get done, she's gonna wrap a $180 and come out the front grill. We're gonna take our first glance at her here. Don't know why I'm trying to do that with these damn Mickey Mouse gloves on. Nope. She is not looking too good. We found the ear of the block and transmission there. I mean, we did move up a little bit. She needs to whoop this way so we can jog around that. And she's got to come up a lot more. A lot more. We may be better to just aim a piece how we need it and then box in the rest. She needs to hang a Roscoe and hang right. She's a little too Leroy right now. We're gonna go for a little more off this side. Oh baby, give her a little twist job. There we go, kind of close her up. We're damn near clearing anyhow. She don't need much more, guys. If it was easy, everyone would do it, right? But it ain't easy. Only the elite of the elite build Puddin's Fab Shop Blue, Datsun, 4-banger box trucks on air ride. It's real high-end stuff, guys. Back on for the 300th time here. As long as we rotate her this way, we got a good 1/4 inch gap there. I think we're gonna tack it, guys. Two tacks for good measure. We're gonna clear here, but we still need to clear that. So we're gonna do a pie cut up in this area. I'll try to pop her up like I'm pulling a wheelie. Oh, Guys, look, I forgot to pull a chunk out of there. And as I just pulled this off the engine, that fell out of there. If I didn't have that tape on there, being safe, better safe than sorry, she may have went in the engine. Whoop! Now she'll just go in one of our tires when we drive in here. We could have been in bad shape there. Tape your ports, it don't hurt nothing. Cost you 4 pennies in tape, could save you a whole engine. Just work that thing over like it owes me money. Got a pretty good bend out of it too. Y'all seen all them fancy pie cuts those TIG welders and stuff do? Make all these exhaust systems that take 48 hours. This is basically the Pot County edition. We're gonna pie cut, we're gonna weld her up, just take the T off a TIG, replace it with an M, make that baby MIG, be friends with a grinder where you can clean it up if you need to, you know. She actually maintained a good gap all the way around, and we got quite a bit right there. Hey, I think she made clear, guys. We got the little reducer that come with her. We can kind of just line up and kind of tell. Our little reducer will slide on and she clears. You damn right, baby. Clearing's clearing. So if we got her back there and then somehow connected the dots, I think I have some exhaust pipe left over from our Toyota dually. If that pipe's a singing, 4 shit diggers are screaming. I guarantee it. Yo, God bless, got these legs yesterday. She's rusty but trusty and big and hefty. I'm gonna see if I can't make her work or not. Want one side nice and true, so we're gonna cheat here and use the evolution saw. I BS a lot, but as a fabricator, if you're gonna be doing a build, multiple builds, you know, you ain't just gonna be like a one and done type guy. This saw right here, I wish I would have bought one when I built my truck, guys, years and years and years ago. And I didn't buy this, a subscriber sent it out, and it is that handy, so thank y'all for the support, but I really wish I would have bought one forever ago. Had to get all serious on you for a second, huh? Think she's gonna work. We'll tack her up. She's gonna look a little goofy by the time we get done with her. You always want that breeze to come through and take your shielding gas. Then you want to drop it. Clean her up on the wire wheel. So that'll get us towards the back. So she's kind of going like that, and then we need her to angle down, but she can angle down into that piece. Basically, I can guess on the angle here of how much to cut this. We'll try to match the angle on this, butt them up, tack it up, check her out. See here. Oh, custom turn down, baby. Not gonna tell you the joke I thought of with that, but it involves the Tin Man, and it ain't appropriate. And we're gonna go see how she is on the truck. It's hard to hold it and record and look. I think she's gonna work. We need to lose a 1/2 inch off this front side. I use my eagle eye here and mark us a 1/2 inch all the way around. Should be close enough anyhow. Well. I think if we index there, about right there, we're gonna be good, guys. She keeps getting longer and longer. Where's my welding? There she is. All right. We're gonna put the H before the W and weld her up. Exhaust is basically like doing damn sheet metal work, guys. What did I tell y'all about sheet metal? I am not a sheet metal guy, so look at this bubblegum delight over here. If you got a big gap, take one of your little pieces off of here, fill her in, no big deal. The welds will hold. I mean, I'm gonna grind them down because they're not the prettiest, but whatever. That's part of the consequence of doing it the way we're doing it, of just fast-paced, quick fitting. There's a gap, we'll weld it, grind it. Up next, we got the Grand Canyon, and we're gonna hit this with some relief cuts. That tightens her up a little bit. Still gonna have to trim us a filler in there. No big deal. Fit her up, tack her up, weld her up. Uh-oh, we're out of wire. All that means is we just put 50 pounds of spool wire into that old long tuber. Don't worry, there's more. Oh yeah, an actual tip. I like to use 30 thousandths wire, guys. Even for all my frame stuff, people want to know what size wire. I like the 30 thousandths. You can do smaller stuff easier, and she's a little easier to control if you're trying to throw down some pretty welds. Just my opinion. Grinder and paint, baby. Grinder and paint. Welded her up, smooth her out, guys. Now on the inside, I didn't get as carried away because if you can figure out how to see that with it on the engine, you're doing pretty good. Even up there, whatever, guys. I left her weld around there, some of it down around here. Overall, if she'll fit, I'm happy with that. I'm just saying, it's better than hitting a damn A-arm mount. Holy donkey leg. She's got a hog molly going through there now. I'm not saying she's my finest work to date, but I'm telling you we're gonna take it, I guarantee you that. Hell, I ain't a picky man. I'm just glad we got room to build that exhaust. Grabbed us a bite to eat. Now don't mind the old tow roller here. Got us an alternator too, so we're gonna make her fit the truck. Got some old high heat barbecue paint here. Who's ready for a damned old barbecue? I hope that long tube is, because that's what's getting it. And we may have some fenders back here. Slick had them fenders whooping dents out of her. It's actually about to be here. We're gonna see if we can't, the ones out the front. Everyone knows that hot rods get flat white headers, guys. That's why the shop wall's so fast, because she's got the white headers on her. The old pickup truck here, fastest in town, white headers. If you want to get real buck nasty, you throw on them yellow plug wires. I want to be able to control this thing, guys, keep her on the road, so we can't handle the yellow plug wires, just a yellow top. The point is, she needs a white long tube, guys. Hopefully she'll last. Same stuff I put on the truck, guys. They've been on there for four years at least. Still look pretty good. Resist heat up to 1200 degrees. That means you give her a little extra time and she'll hold.
Lean is mean, baby. Lean is mean.
You're running a little hot. She's got all the crevices. All right, guys, one coat for now. I'll keep coating her throughout the night. Me and Slick's gonna whoop on this fender. I told Slick we need to get this fender off before I fall in love with that brown front clip on the blue truck. Y'all know I like stuff unfinished looking. Now Slick already whooped that dent out. She used to have a big old humdinger in her, and he knocked most of it out. But up front, she's missing a tooth. Datsun metal is thinner than paper, so this fender only weighs about 4.5 pounds. Here's Slick's tool of choice here. Better. Welcome to Whoop Fender Customs. First you whoop her out, then you smooth her up. She's toasty. We got old Girthy on her here. Told Slick I'll do the hard part here. Now we could get all picky and try to get those couple little low spots up, but guys, she's already getting filler, and they don't call it filler for nothing, because we're gonna fill that fender up with her. What I'm saying is, she's pert near there. Show them the Pot County sandbag. Layer up that Scotch-Brite, baby.
Yeah.
We're trying to line this out, guys. I'm telling you, this metal's so thin, if you're driving down the road doing a $1.20 and the damn skeeter hits this, you got a new dent. Y'all see that dent right there? There we go, she's good. She gets the Dust Job Deluxe to keep our bare metal from rusting. Still gonna be a couple weeks before we get to start body work in here. Tried to pick her up and she wasn't quite dry, so that's good. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. Make that little spot disappear here or there. We may just let her dry tonight, guys, and then we'll be back on her tomorrow. Figure out our old charging situation. I forgot about our beautiful drawing yesterday. Pretty much say we nailed that, didn't we? Hell, I even got it white like the picture. Yeah. And thankfully we're done with that, because yesterday was exhausting. You can mark that one as my worst joke to date, okay? Now today we're not going to do the cha-cha slide. We're going to do the electric slide, because we're going to get an alternator mounted. She's going to be a little challenging, because that's there and that's there, and that's about as big as the alternator is. We ain't going to have much wiggle room is what I'm saying. Use that old eagle eye and kind of line up our pulleys there. And our front edge, right there where that hole is, she's about to the back of that pulley off the crank. That there to about that there. We're gonna fabricate a plate to bolt from here and here, straight out. And now we know where she needs to kind of stop, where we can fit a couple tabs on her. So step one, let's figure out our little base plate. According to the old tape measure, I think about 8 inches will do. We need something 1/4 inch thick. Thinking probably some 2-inch wide strap. Kind of like that there, except that ain't long enough. Old scrap cabinet's a little flimsy right now. Might have to go out back. Looks like she may be getting ready to rain again. What do we got here? Right there, guys, that'll do. We're gonna break out the Evolution again. 3/4 inch steel like damn butter, guys. I used it yesterday. It impressed me today. It's that good. I don't know if my head's up my hind end. I don't know if when I slid these on it knocked my brain out the back. I don't know if I forgot how to count or how to see, but I know for a fact that that ain't 8 inches. We're gonna try this again. This time we're gonna aim for 8 inches. And I could certainly make a joke about that, about 6 saying it's 8, but we're gonna leave that alone. What I was really trying to do, guys, I was telling you the scrap cabinet's looking a little wimpy, so now we got a good piece for the scrap cabinet. Hey, there she is. All right, we've got her cleaned up, rust knocked off. See how we rounded those corners? That's gonna be the rear of the mount. So she'll be at the front, she'll be at the back. You see how our motor mount has little rounded edges and everything so she flows? Them little details like rounded corners, guys, makes it look like almost a manufactured part instead of like, oh, Uncle Bob and the boys slapped some shit together and got a GM alternator on this Datsun. And I know exactly what that looks like, because the first GM alternator I put on here, that's what those brackets look like. I wish I could find them, I'd show you guys. Next, we need to drill some holes, so we need to do some measuring. I'm gonna say 3 5/8-ish. First you clamp that baby up, then we're gonna hit center, 1 inch. Down here, find center, 1 inch. Take your best straight edge and run her right down the middle. That's my best straight edge right there. We're gonna come 1/2 inch from that back edge, so there's 1. Perfect. Then from hole to hole we said 3 5/8, so that would be 4 1/8 from the back edge, right there. Pop her with the punch. Oh crap, got carried away there. Hit her with the punch at timer 12. Little looby dooby. And I'm just a pilot hold to a step bit kind of guy. It's just my style. Drop a lube, never hurt nothing. Based off recent mistakes, check our measuring before we drill the second hole. She may work. And before we step her out, we need to see what our bolt size is. Well, it ain't her, I guarantee it. Or hell, I guess that bolt would be a him. Look at them damn monsters. Pretty sure that's it. There's just a can worth of engine enamel in each one. We're gonna take her to about a 3/8 worth. I don't think we're going to with this worn out stepper. Bad news is, 3/8 ain't gonna get her dead. Good news is, she also features the 7/16 option. Quick little polish job. Knock them burrs off the back. Let's go see if she fits. First we check this. She's an M10 by 1.5. Common Datsun knowledge, everybody knows that. Here we go. Maybe we can clean them holes out a little. Little cutting fluid there. Get her in the motorized T-handle. That thing was pretty good, guys. I did that one completely by hand, no problem. But we still got some crud out of her, though. There's 1. Survey says, oh, money, there's 2. And I'm gonna get our grill and fenders out of the way before I lean on them and dent them or break them. There we go. Forgot what I was doing. Bolts. We need shorter bolts. Quick trip to the local hardware got us what we needed. She just ain't gonna have much adjustability. But we're gonna try her anyhow. So we need to build some tabs that can come off of this, that this can go down in between, and there's enough room to swivel. But we need that to hug that as close as possible, guys. Our tabs ain't gonna have to be very big is what I'm telling you. 7/8 wide, we'll go 1 1/16 long. Now, I ain't getting too worried about being precise on these. So there's our 1 1/16 long. Slice them racing stripes out the middle and we'll have 2 of them matching. Just some cute little things. Clamp them up in the vise together, that way we can tone them out together, get them matching. My eagle eye is the pivot point right there. And I'm just gonna send the pilot hole straight through her. Gave myself a pretty good laugh with the confidence I had of saying it's gonna go straight through it. Like it ain't gonna come out the second one crooked. Yeah, we did pretty good on that one, I ain't gonna lie. And what size is she, a 3/8? Yes, sir, she is. I don't think our step bit's gonna work here, so we're gonna have to get a 3/8 bit. That's good, just break that drill bit off in there. You ain't gotta tell me twice, you just wanna ride the stepper. All right, I could have done better on them. These little things are not perfect, but we're gonna take them, we're gonna use them. If they were up top where you'd see them, I'd consider redoing them, but you ain't gonna see these, okay? Slide that there, take our alternator, put that there. Let me find a nut for it. There you go, guys, that's what I was after. These and that is the easy part. Those are gonna weld to this. We gotta kind of figure out where though. We're gonna take the speed square and go down through here about every 1/4 inch. We're gonna give this thing more stripes than a damn zebra. Again, not super precise. This is so we can hold one of those brackets there, and if it happens to line up when I give her the eagle eye and the, you know, adjustable level elbow on where I think it needs to be, if that metal lines up with one of them, I can count it and remember it. We can pull her out and tack it. Maybe that made sense, maybe it didn't. That's good. Basically, where that looked the best to me was that front tab actually up past this leading edge a little bit. Like maybe she's a hair too short. Now we can slot these a little and have some play, but I'm gonna try to tack her up like that and see what happens. Get her mocked up. There we go, guys, a couple tacks on her there. So it's actually kind of far forward now, which I'm okay with, because we can slot these and then take her back. And I don't mind having adjustability, guys. Next, we're gonna hit this baby with the stroke test. So take her that away. She's got about 7/16 of stroke, just under a 1/2 inch, guys. You know what that means? She's gonna be tight. That belt's gonna have to be perfect, but we're gonna try it, okay? If you wanted a little more, you could kick a tab down and then over and try to get it straight up, but I don't think she's worth it. We're gonna slot these babies out real quick. We'll drill another hole and then connect the dots, guys. Draw some lines here. Hit her with the carbide, slot her out. That's 2 inches wide, so I'm gonna put that 2-inch strap in there, put her in the vise and weld her up. Just lay a few fat nickels right there in that big old gap. We're not cutting the tacks, guys, we're just grinding them down. That way you got a nice place for that old weld to lay. Especially on a tab this small, you don't want it to look like a damn piece of popcorn holding it on, so grind her out, weld her up. Could crank the heat up a little bit, but I think she'll do. Trying to keep her nice looking, so we're gonna lob that corner off. Little cleanup, of course. We gotta knock, guys, you just knock the edge off them little corners and looky there. She looks nice, not a shabby looking bracket. Still not convinced it's all gonna work, but at least it looks half nice anyhow. Kind of lock her down. Need to get a flat washer with our lock washer now. Eagle-eyed her where I think she looks pretty good. Let's hit her with the mock-up belt here real quick. Yeah, there's the universals right there. Uh-oh. Boy, we opened up a can of worms now, didn't we? This right here is the old Freedom Pack assortment. You're spun around here. That'll kind of tell us how we're doing. I don't know, guys, she may be good. We're gonna leave it. She's damn close, I guarantee it. So now we gotta look at making her adjustable. Well, she's adjustable already. I mean, how to lock her down into place. Had this in the scrap cabinet. I also got this one here. More than likely, these used to hold on smog pumps if I was a betting man, but hell, I don't know. So right here's where I'm about to lose some of y'all, because y'all's gonna say, you can't do that. You can't put that there. I'm a grown-ass man. I can do what I want. Don't tell me how to live my life and how to build my truck. This right here is normally the grounding bolt on the back. But why don't we just ground her on over to the motor and use it to also hold our alternator out? Yeah, the distributor, guys, and there ain't a lot of good places to try to go up in here. I'm not saying we can't make something work up there. I'm just saying back here it'd be a hell of a lot easier. It's literally the same size bolt, except right back here you get more threads even. Now your pivot point's there, this or that, whatever. I think she'll work. If it don't work, I would always thought it should have. We need to flatten that up and shorten that up. Pretty well flatten her right in the vise, looky there. A little fine tune with the motivator and she's straight now. Little clean up, little bevel up. Quick little cleanup, better than having the 2-foot extension kit. Next, got some 1-inch wide, 1/4 inch thick, okay, about 4 3/16 long. We're aiming for that hole up there, so about right in there, we're gonna drill us a hole. Bevel that bottom edge around 1 corner on this baby. She's threaded. Let's kind of square her up with our old scrap piece here. Cutting our little tab here, we're gonna get it tacked on. Then we're gonna try to straighten it and break it off. Clean that corner and try again. There we go. There's our tab, so we gotta jog her that way just a hair. I'm gonna use our jogging machine. I bet she's just right. Boom, baby. All that kind of tightens up. There she is. From the front, you can't even hardly see it. Come around the back, and she don't look the greatest, but she don't look terrible neither. We still don't even know that she's gonna work, actually. I'm gonna pull it off, weld it up, do any grinding that needs grinding, hit her with a little old black paint. Before we pull her off, I'm gonna try to measure for a little belt action here to at least get us close. Mark that and measure it, about 34.5. Now let's get her pretty. I need these old metal beaters to be pristine clean so I don't get that all nasty. So for that, I like a TKO hand wipe from the Sweet Patina. Seriously though, these hand wipes kick booty, y'all. I'm telling you right now. If you want some, go to thesweetpatina.com. Just use that old promo code on the screen. Basically spotless. Boy, I wish I knew where I was gonna sit this damn thing. Don't worry, I found a spot. Slapped her in the truck. I'm gonna paint these babies up. I called the parts house, got a few belts coming. Hopefully one will be the right one. We'll find out tomorrow anyhow. Boy, she looks sharper than a tack anyhow. Turned out pretty good looking there, guys, didn't she? Now, she may look good, and even though I measured that belt with strong determination, there may just been a miscalculation. None of the belts fit, so that's great. Found an old belt, cut it, and used it to measure with, and long story short, we got some more coming out. So as we wait for them, I think it's a good time to start looking at our fan. Fun fact, these things came with a couple different diameters. I went to my scrap yard yesterday and started looking at all the fans. Damn near all of them, blades and stuff are messed up on. But I noticed this one had a big old mounting surface compared to this one, so I grabbed it. This is the factory one off my truck. This is off of one of them. Hell, I don't know. What I do know is this one goes onto my water pump, and this one does not. Either way, I don't want a torn up fan, okay? But I think, possibly, just maybe, the internet said, so it has to be true, a Nissan hard body fan fits this larger pattern. I want a nice looking fan on it. So I'm gonna keep doing research there. Either way, we're gonna start to build the shroud on the back side. We're gonna bolt a flat piece here. We're gonna break her this way to get it up off the cooling fins there. Then we're gonna go flat across. We'll find a way to enclose her up here somehow. That'll get us a nice surface. Then if we decide which fan we want, we put it on, we mark it out. Yeah, we'll finish her up from there. We can do a lot of this right here. So she's gonna go over, break up, go over, break down, break again, one piece. Got a piece of scrap here. Now I'm not getting super precise on this. This is a pretty good ballpark. We're gonna bend her at 1 inch and then 3/4 of an inch. I'm being lazy. We gotta build the real one, I'll pull that leaf off, but for now, whoop her on the vise. So we set her there. Basically that second brake's gonna end right there on that cooling fin. This side is pert near the same. We got 1 3/4 inches, and we do that on each side. That'll be what, I'm gonna lie to you here, 3.5. Next, we measure between them. Oh, I can't remember what they're called. Not the fins, but the up and downers. That's what they're called. Hell, they run up and down anyhow. They're 18 inches, so we add the 3.5 to that. We need 21.5 inches across. As far as running parallel with our up and downers, one simple measurement there, 14 inches. That's what we need. This project's damn near used up on my 18 gauge. Yeah, that's okay though, it's only money. Watch this be 21.5. Close, 22 9/16. Boom, nice straight edge here. Cannot say the same for this edge or this edge. Each of them's kind of running like the Red River. So to get some nice clean edges, I'm gonna cut in between this one and this one, mark this out 21.5 inches. Get out our big old T-frame here like we're framing houses. There we go. She's ready for a slicing and a dicing. Ain't nothing to it but to send the old cut-off wheel through it. Y'all know we like to use that fancy stuff around here. Alright, we got some more plotting out to do. 1 inch over, 3/4 inch over. 1 inch, 3/4 inch. 1 inch, 3/4. Where'd my old framing square go? I am a framing machine. Hell, I'll frame another balance up somewhere. Mess around and find out. Sometimes I get fired up for a second. Gotta be careful. We don't want to knock a dent in our new shroud. Actually, once we break one, we're gonna have to flip her over, so we need to mark it on the back side too. Almost forgot. There we go. Let's go see what we can make happen here. Now I'm sure there's some quantum physics and formulas and all kinds of stuff we can use to calculate the most efficient cooling, how much we need to swoop this thing, but I'm doing what looks good, guys, okay? If she looks good, she'll perform good because she feels good. And if she don't, I would always thought she should have. Can't check the angle when you melted your damn angle finder and it throws off your measurement. Just tune her out on the wire wheel, she'll be just fine. Let's see our angle here. $1.37. Holy dead money, guys, I ain't even playing. I'm about to go buy a damn lottery ticket. There ain't no damn way. Holy cow, guys, she fits perfect. When you're good, guys. These dimple dies ain't just for speed and looks. It's where this little leaf bolt's on at. Hey-oh. But I'm hoping it allows us to get that piece in there. There we go. See how she does. May have took her a little far there. Oopsie daisy. It's gonna be easy with it here. Just kind of bend her back a little bit. She'll work. Don't be afraid to work it back. Hell, it's just metal. We're gonna be a little more cautious on this side. There we go. Did that one pretty good. Still went a hair far. Before we get too worried, let's see how we did. Be good to me, be good to me. We're about to drop down about 3/4 of an inch and trim that baby down and cap the top. But, slight problem. The internet expert said a Nissan hard body fan will fit the larger pattern. That's a good thing because we can get that fan. So instead of having one with the damn crack attack, we can have a nice pretty new one. We can have her here in the morning, in fact, but I don't want to keep going with that because she's a larger diameter. What I'm saying is we're better off to wait till we have the actual fan we're going to use so we don't have to modify stuff again. Whoa, ho, ho, looky there. Look who's got a belt on her. That belt's really close. They got another one that's just a hair shorter I ordered. All that crap will be here in the morning, guys. So now we got to figure out what's next. Next, since we're on the subject of cooling, we're going to check out our radiator hoses here and see if they happen to work or not. So we chop her about right there. And right there. Bet we'll be good. Just hit her with the old carpet shears. Oh baby, them carpet shears don't give a damn, do they? That's a negatory pig pen. Boom! Right into place like she's meant to be. Next, we're gonna look at the lower, and there's so many damn jogs and turns and bends in this thing, it don't know where it's going. Thing's confused as hell, ain't it? Hell, she may work, guys. If it is gonna work, I think we gotta cut her there. Mentally, I was prepared to build a fan shroud today. I was not prepared to mess with piddly crap like radiator hoses. Shove her down there, shove her on right there. Boy howdy, we'll take it. Now I ain't trying to hop around too much here, but we are gonna rebuild our rear brakes real quick. Now these sweet patina wipes, they've never let me down. But apparently they don't want to hold up my fresh painted drum there, so that's good. Half your spray paint performance is all in the shake, guys. Get that baby mixed up. Next, you want to flip this thing around, paint the inside, guys. It helps it stop, believe it or not. Just playing. That's how you drop that and mess up the front again for the second time. Boom, zip the lug nuts. Yank that tire off, one pull. Boom, pop the brake line, show her who's boss. Me, I'm boss. That fitting's longer than a Monday. Pot County rebuild. Good as new. You know the deal, get your 10 mil. Boom, pull the 2 bolts. Give her a left tap. Out with the old. Boom, in with the new. Snug them like you love them, but damn sure don't strip them. Brake line back on. She's money. Don't forget your spring. Take that adjuster, snake her in like you're in high school and making bad decisions. We'll take it. Boom, hook it and stretch it. Test her for drag. Slight adjustment needed. We'll take it. Tight and tight. Brakes are complete. Bleed them babies. Yeah, just bleed them babies. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Damn near everything leaked. Crap broke, you know, just overall it was a real enjoyable, pleasant time. She had leaks here, she had leaks there. Hell, she had leaks everywhere, guys. Now, most of them, I just snugged down the lines. I was being cautious, okay, trying not to over torque them. So instead, I under torqued them. However, our little proportioning valve to the back wasn't letting nothing through. And so I had to pull her apart. Then I may have broke one of our fittings in there. That's good. Long story short, the back is tidied up, okay? I got her flowing, got our fitting replaced. Thanks to the old Solo Sucker 350 right over there. I was able to bleed out these rear ones. Then I hopped to the front and I'm not saying we had some problems up there, but we're waiting on a hose. Basically, our brakes ain't getting done is what I'm saying. Sometimes your brakes break, then you gotta take a break from working on the brakes because nobody wants broke brakes. If you take too many brakes, then you'll never fix your brakes and then your brakes will always be broken. So I got the parts on order. Now speaking of parts, finally found the right belt, got our little adjuster on there. Boy howdy, it's like she's meant to be. So I'm hoping we got better luck with our fan situation than we had with our brake situation. Let's see. Right there we got the Monster Fan Deluxe. Ain't too big, is it? Oh, she's gonna be tricky and a little bit of a challenge. We ain't gonna have much shroud left, guys. Fan blade sticks down to the bottom of the radiator. She ain't got much room over here, hardly any at the top. A little more on this side since we're offset. So if you draw that in a 16-inch diameter, what I'm saying is, look how much metal we're gonna cut out of there. But hell, we'll try it. I'm gonna mark out some measurements and try to do a better circle than that, and we'll see what happens. B for bottom, T for top. From the top, I think we're only gonna get a 1/4 inch. Passenger side, we're going 1/2 inch. Driver side, 1.5 inches. Frame her out. Trying to give a 1/4 inch clearance, so over here, added just a hair, guys. Fan's right at 16 inches. So we need something about 16.5, that way we get a 1/4 inch clearance all the way around. Take that 1/2 inch, split the difference, 1/4 inch this side, 1/4 inch that side, everybody's happy. The question is, where the hell do we get a perfect 16.5 inch circle? That's our center. We're gonna measure out 8 1/4 on our piece of cardboard there. We're gonna hit her with the stepper impact. She's new. We're gonna insert that in there, secure our pivot point, and we're gonna give her the Tracerama. According to this, I missed big time over here. I don't know what I was doing. The fan sits there all right, so as long as we were good here and up there, yeah, we should be good to go. There we go, got us a new toilet lid, guys. Now be careful, she may have sharp edges. We do not have much material left there, do we? Little icing on the cake here. We're a little off, so this side don't fit. We need to take like a 1/4 inch off of this side. I think we can make her work. Me and Hot Rod's gonna go grab some lunch real quick, and then we're gonna maybe try to put some lipstick on this pig. Cut her some strap here. She's about a 1/2 inch wide. A little thicker than we need, but we'll make her work. Before we grind on that too much, I kind of want to cap that top to put some strength in her. Little rust removal. Couple spacers here. Just tracing our angle to cut there. Both sides, we're gonna kind of line her up, start tacking her up. That's gonna strengthen her up a little bit anyhow. Slight advantage to it being a thick piece of metal, we could actually just weld that instead of doing the tack, 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 attack. Tiny little weld worms. Got that baby ground up, smooth out. We did the bottom to kind of match to add a little strength down there. Slight problem. So our wheels a lot here may have warped her a little bit. Just a little bit anyhow. We need it to lay pretty flat, so let's give her a little slice and dice. Three relief cuts pretty well pushes her flat. Oh, she don't do the teeter-totter no more. Perfect. Dropped her down into place, popped her hose on. We're gonna kind of bring her up, try to clamp this where we can mark it. Everything's clearing. It looks good. Think that'll work. Do our best to trace her out here. I'm hoping that drill bit marks her up just enough. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. See how we did here. We're gonna punch them before we lose them, and then this is ready for the trim job deluxe. Put her on the old drill board and took them out to about 1/4 inch. Top two holes line up perfect. That one's fairly close. That one ain't close at all. Nothing that drill won't fix. So here's the fan we planned on starting with. And if you could imagine having an extra inch of material around here would give us a little more room. Originally, I was planning on doing some bead rolling and dimple dyeing, but I don't think it needs it, guys. I thought about adding a lip, that way the fan was in there just a hair more, but again, I don't really think we need it. I don't even think we needed that. That just makes it look like the effort. The New Balance was put forward to try to make it look nice. I don't think she'd look good with dimple dyes right there, and I think if we added like a 3/4 inch lip, well, that just kind of looks stupid. So as she sits right now, I'd say winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's pull her out and paint her. Just hit her with a little gloss black, let her set up. Next, we're gonna hit her with a little final assembly on these parts. That's how you throw your wrench. Work smarter, not harder. Krylon paint ain't in much of a drying mood today, I see. We'll bolt her on the radiator. That paint will finish drying, basically glue her into place. I ain't convinced black's the right color choice on this thing. Maybe I'll change my mind on the truck. Should have built her out of damn aluminum's what I should have done, but I don't got any. We're just gonna take it. Mock up the long tube. Yeah, she long. Polish jobber looking just right. Y'all wanna get real buck nasty? Well, let's get buck nasty. Get her off the old royal staff here. Whoa! I know they're out there somewhere. Huh? Where you at? Someone out there's looking for an ass whipping, and if you're looking for one, I got one for you right here. Old Mount Cardmore's ready to do work, baby. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Man, she looks, man, look how long that damn header is. She just keeps on going, don't she? The bad part is they're still 4 inches past that. No matter if she's on there backwards with 2 bolts, she'll still run you. Pretty happy with that color choice of the white on there. Pretty happy with the color choices on everything, guys. Between that and that and that, we had a whole lot of little fabrication there. Them old brakes may be leaking, but hot damn, she almost looks as good as my wife going streaking. Just playing, guys, that ain't even a close competition. That old wife wins 12 out of 3 times. Really digging how this is all turning out, guys. This thing, like I said, it snowballed, so it's like we gotta keep making the stuff right. I think it's looking right. Nothing crazy expensive, nothing stupid over the top. It's more or less about just putting in the time to have some nice little touches on these finishing touches. I don't know that that made sense. I hope you know what I'm trying to say. I had 4 days this week to get the work done, the editing done, and help with my merch and everything else that I do. Me and the family, we're going out of town this weekend. Nice little family vacation. First one we've had in a minute. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm looking forward to it. I still got a video to you guys. You know, it just took working 20 hours a day for 4 days. Speaking of which, give us a couple extra grace days with merchandise as we get caught up after we get back. And speaking of merchandise, y'all know Hot Rod, but what you don't know is she's a hustler like her daddy. She's all the time trying to have yard sales. She's picking mulberries, selling them $1 a pop. I said $1 a pop, girl, that better be a tasty berry. She said, Dad, it is. She's a salesman, all right? She can sell anything. The other day she hits me, Dad, I need in the merch building, I need some stickers. And I said, for what? She said, I want to make the family some money. I said, now we're talking. What you working on there, girl? She said, Dad, I'm drawing pictures. We're going to put them up for sale. I don't know why I'm laughing here. This really happened. I said, let me see them. She's working cards. She said, Dad, I can make 100 of them. I said, we're not going to sell those things, but what if we gave them away with some merchandise to people? How would that make you feel? And she seemed to like that idea. Now, she went all out, guys. She busted out the pastels on you, okay? So we got some Puddin's Fab Shop Seafoam Green right there. Got to switch it up. From Hot Rod, Puddin's Fab Shop, Yeehaw Edition. She gets a little dyslexic like Dad sometimes and flips stuff around. That's all right. From Rod Hot, she really flipped that one around, didn't she? But we got the Puddin's Fab Shop. She nailed that one. These are not for sale, but 5 lucky random winners, okay? People who buy merchandise this next week after this video drops, where you know she's gonna choose and put them in there. She's ready to give these things away. So one of you is gonna get a little extra something something. I'm just proud of her because she said, I want to make the family money, Dad. She didn't say, I want to make me money. I need this. I. It was for the family. Girl's got a golden heart, guys. So y'all know we got the stickers, the koozies, the keychains, the air fresheners, the t-shirts, all kinds of goodies at the www.puddinsfabshop.com. And that is it, guys. I gotta get this edited so we can get out of town first thing in the morning. But don't forget, sitting on your ass won't finish your project. I just told you mine is to get these New Balances in gear and skedaddle. The hell you mean you want to run me? I only run for paints, baby. You sure? Right now? I'll take your car, I'll take your dog, I'll take your dignity. You're gonna have to do the Pike County Shuffle all the way home, I'm telling you. You got some New Balances on them feet or what?